Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Madals and today I've got game number 1 of a best of 3 coming up. It is going to be a super awesome game, I'm really looking forward to it. It is a Zerg versus a Terran going down on Newkirk Precinct and spawning down in the bottom left position. We've got the blue Terran player, it is kauP. And down in the bottom left, I realise I got my left and right wrong, but I hope you forgive me. In the bottom left, spawning as the red Zerg, it is none other than Team Liquid's TLO. Whoa, did you see that camera work? That was awesome. It's the skills that come out everywhere. So yeah, this is the best of 1. Just casting it for a bit of fun. I'm really tired today. But obviously my gamer day schedule has to keep up. I've been streaming lots. I've been playing lots of Hearthstone on my stream as well. And yeah, you should definitely check that out. Twitch.tv/Madals and League of Legends and StarCraft 2 and all the good stuff. That could be going on. Definitely good fun. But yeah, cool little image in the middle. I don't know what I call this. This is like a... I don't know what I call it. Awesome is what I call it. And I know that one of the people who watches my YouTube channel has that as a tattoo, which is so unbelievably cool. So unbelievably cool. But anyway, yeah. This game... TVZ. What can we be talking about in there? Well, TLO 99.99999% of the time will go hatch first against Terran. Most Zerg players will. It's the safest thing you can do. It gets you good economy, gets you really set up for the mid game quite nicely. And there's absolutely, well, there's a couple of very specific reasons you wouldn't do that, but crazy. Now, meanwhile, on kaup's side, he's going to go CC first. This is actually quite viable. If you do go CC first, especially on a 2-player spawn map, I like getting it as part of the wall off. I think that's a much safer option. If for whatever reason there was an early pull coming down from TLO, which he could have done if he was meta gaming the hell out of kauP and was saying, okay, well, I'm going to do that and then try and rush you in case you're going for a CC first, then you could end up in bad times. But it's not going to be that. It's all going to be very safe, very normal opening, things going pretty much to plan. And yeah, this is nice, yeah. And the reason, of course, I did it in a failed attempt at a German accent is because, of course, TLO and kauP are both German. Cool things that you learned today. Good things, good things. Of course, I learned all that through Wikipedia, or Liquipedia, because I'm cool. I do my research before matches and things like that. Anyway, so, hatchery coming down. Spawning pool, finished, queen getting started, second queen will get started momentarily. We can see TLO's got enough money for it, it's all looking good. Barracks and command center finishing up here, and the gas. So with that gas, just going to be trickling along, everything going quite nicely. And oh, quick third hatch, quick third hatch. That's because Mr. Overlord has seen a command center, and he's like, well, if you've got that, I'm going to take my hatchery ASAP, so I can still stay a base up. What you going to do? And the answer is build a bunker. Build a bunker, that this Overlord is about to see. Overlord, bunker. Good. Okay, so bunker coming in. This bunker is important for one reason and one reason only. To try and threaten this hatch. Force out some Zerglings. But TLO is going to be like, do you know what, bro? You've got 1 barracks. That is all you could possibly have at this moment in time. So what is this bunker going to do? Seriously, nothing. It gets cancelled. SCV runs away. And TLO is just like droning. Because that is what all good Zerg players should do. Because if you play Zerg, you hold down the D key and hope for the best. And no Zergs like the D jokes from you Terran and Protoss players. No getting one up there. I know it seems unfair, but Zergs are pirates. Because secretly, if they want to win, they just go "Arr!" and get loads of roaches and come and kill you. That's like my worst StarCraft joke in the world. It really is. I've used it before. It is so ridiculously terrible. Anyway, factory going to switch over here with the reactor, so we're going to get a couple of Hellions out, because that's the kind of thing that usually happens. All looking good. Meanwhile, oh, Mr. SCV, what are you going to build? Another command center. Good times. I'm really overusing the whole zoom in thing this game. It's like I'm a little bit excited. I just want to zoom in on everything. I could go for the whole like Lord of the Rings and the Hobbits thing, where we just do great big panoramics of the scenery as well. Would that be good? Actually, this scenery, I like this map. This looks so awesome. Also, is it me, or does that look a bit like a duck? Like, look, it's got 2 eyes and a beak. Look, they're ducks. They're ducks. Everything cool. Anyway, so far, spine crawlers, 2 spine crawlers actually coming down. Why is that significant? The second spine crawler is down here the natural. The reason this is significant is because you need to. You cannot, with this third base, prevent Hellions from coming into your natural and defend this third. So, TLO just playing this nice and smart, nice and careful. He has seen that that reactor is coming down, so he knows that, hey, it's gonna most likely be going into some kind of reactor Hellion play, and that's all gonna be good. But yeah, Queen, just chilling around here. We've got a bit more coming out. A couple more gases, no lair as of yet for TLO, but he should be starting that relatively quickly. Interestingly as well for TLO, he's opting not to get his Baneling nest down or a Rotoron. He's purely going with Lings and that double evolution chamber. That means that he is slightly vulnerable to this Hellion play, but he feels safe doing it. And the reason he feels safe doing that is because he hasn't seen too much. He knows there's some Hellions here. He's got the Spine Crawler, and so he's delaying the Baneling nest in order to be able to get out more drones. And look at that drone count, up at 50 already. That is going to get him a good economy. He's still droning heavily. Just grabbing a couple of Lings out now, and once they get speed, which is only 6 seconds away from completion, he should be okay. Now, the Overlord is going to die. Unfortunately, doesn't scout out the third orbital command. That would be the really important thing. Speedlings are coming out, though. The Hellions being forced to retreat back for the time being. 1-1 upgrades getting started, as well as the lair on its way out, plus, of course, the Baneling nest coming down. So this is just going into Zergling, Baneling, Mutalisk, a very normal composition for the mid-game. With the 1-1 upgrades happening along steadily, there's always the transition into Ultralisks later on high-tech, should TLO need to get that far into the game. But for the moment, the economies are, even though TLO has a nice little worker lead, it's not that big at the moment. He's only 6 workers up, and with 3 mules, that actually means the kauP is getting a lot more in terms of mineral income. And this is interesting, okay, right now from TLO. Getting the Rotoron down. Why is this Rotoron important? Let me tell you. It's important because it's an unusual thing to be grabbing at this kind of time. If this was down already, it was for Hellion defense. It was defensive roaches. The fact that the Rotoron is coming down again just poses a couple of questions. What does TLO have planned? He's made a couple of Banelings. Is he expecting some kind of pressure? What has he seen? Well, he does now know with this Speedling that there is that third orbital command. He had seen not too much else coming through here, so you may be wondering, okay, is it potentially a mech style play? But that's quite unlikely. Okay, 8 roaches now. He's going in for a push. He's going to try and force a cancel or a lift or kill some SCVs at this third, because what kauP's done is he's put a lot of money into getting a good economy and relatively good tech. He's sacrificed on having army down on the field for the time being, so that means that he's only got a couple of Hellions out and a couple of Marines. Not going to be able to fare too well against the good push. So this push can come while simultaneously TLO can be expanding behind it, and I'm really expecting this push to move out. If it doesn't, it would be very surprising. And the reason it'd be so surprising is because he's just got so much stuff. These roaches can tank up a lot. All you need is a good Baneling hit on these Marines, and suddenly things go very well. There's also Burrow and Roach Speed. Are we going to be seeing some Burrow Roach play? Tunneling Claws, if they came down, that would just make my mind blow. It would be awesome. But anyway, we do still have movement coming in. We can also see some Burrow Banelings. That would be good fun. 4th base, potentially looking a little bit vulnerable. Will finish up. Going to get seen by this Hellion. Can get attacked. And this is where TLO has to decide. Do I counterattack or do I try and keep that up? Well, he's coming in with quite a few roaches here at the moment. The Hellions aren't going to fare too well against that. He wants to try and keep that if possible. But the Speedlings are getting all of the kills over at his opponent's base. Just literally cleaning up everything for the time being. Getting a couple of worker kills. Not a huge number. 5 workers killed in total. But compare that to what actually kauP's done at the moment. He's killed nothing. And killing nothing is going to be a real problem, because TLO can now just flood with units. As we're seeing, he's getting a lot of Banelings out, a lot more roaches. He's going for a massive Zergling Baneling roach push. And there just isn't anything to answer it at the moment. There is no Widow Mines, and there is not a tank. That just means no splash. These Banelings, the splitting coming down from Marines has to be brilliant. And I'm talking bloody brilliant. And if he can't do it, he's going to have a couple of problems, because in come the roaches. They're going and just plowing forward. The Banelings are still alive. The Marines taking some damage simultaneously. Roaches are just harassing up at the third. There's a couple of Widow Mines there. Can they get some good hits off? Well, the answer is no, they can't. And that just means most of the Marines now dead. The roaches still gallivanting around in the third, killing off anything that they can find. And well, another command center goes down, doesn't get cancelled. There are some more Marines there, burrowing up these roaches. Of course, they're going to just happily heal themselves to full health back up again. And there isn't much of an answer here for the time being. And I don't know if it was even seen if kauP saw them burrow. That could be the problem. But they are burrowed now. Moving forward once more. Where are those medevacs? They're trying to come back. Another one flying over. The Units, of course, all up here, using the Overseer just to grab vision in case there's any Widow Mines, but seeing none of them. Well, TLO is going to be pretty damn happy about not seeing any Widow Mines because he can just keep pushing up. He's getting a lot of banelings. He's going to try and bust through the front. Once that bunker's down, it's going to not have too much there. SCVs are getting pulled. The baneling count, 14 more in production. The 2-2 upgrades just about to kick in. Can TLO hit before the 2-2 upgrades are done for kauP? And that would give him the upgrade advantage, hitting at a very strong point, but he's only got now 12 seconds to go. He is going to start moving forward. Can the banelings do anything fantastic? Well, the Widow Mines are there, but the hit's already going down 2-2, just about to kick in now for kauP, and that means that he's suddenly leveled out the upgrades, but the bunker has fallen. The Widow Mines being taken out, the wall of desperately trying to get reconstructed as fast as possible. This orbit command being left floating here gives a little bit of warning if anything's going to be coming forward, but here comes TLO now. He is plowing through once again those banelings, getting some great detonations down. The roaches pushing in, trying to get some really good spreads as fast as possible, but, well, roaches is spreading out, getting a good attack arc. Marines trying to fight, SCVs being pulled, but this is looking very good for the little one. He is going to be able to probably take this game now, and there is just no answer to just this flood of roaches for the moment. Yes, there's a couple of Widow Mines. They're both very low though, and with the roaches all spread out, it's not looking too good. Willing Claws is not going to go down. The roaches are now going to take some damage from those Widow Mines, but good split from TLO means that he's safe. He burrows up just in case there's any more, waiting for that Overseer coming in. The Marines desperately trying to hold off. By a miracle, can kauP manage to hold this main base? The roaches still flooding in. TLO rallying Zerglings across. GG is called, and TLO wins that game in amazingly cool fashion. So I hope you all enjoyed that. If you did, make sure that you liked the video, that you leave a cool comment, and of course subscribe, and I'll be back tomorrow with yet another new cast. I'm Madals, thanks for watching, and bye for now.